Hello, welcome to my second video book review, Book Reviews with Mark. Hopefully this one goes better than the first one. There were mistakes made, but nothing too major that I noticed. Today, the book I'm reviewing is titled Love in Disguise by Penny Zeller. She is an author that I just discovered back in October, and I've been reading a lot of her books lately, and I've liked everything I read. They are romance books. Yes, I'm a man, and I read romance. And ladies, you should appreciate men who are interested in romance, or your marriage and dating relationship would be a dud. Okay, the premise of this book I shall read. Who knew that asserting one's independence would cause such embarrassment? If only Almira Emily Crawford Wheeler had not insisted upon carrying her own stack of parcels, she wouldn't have landed in an unladed heap on the boardwalk. And what about the half-truths she told the handsome stranger who came to her aid? The stranger she never expected to see again. Thad Alexander Evanson should have been paying closer attention to the boardwalk, rather than the newfangled automobile motoring down the street. Had he been paying more astute attention, a collision with a beautiful parcel-laden stranger might never have happened. And had it never happened, he wouldn't have told a partial truth he figured would not matter. Before long, Emily and Thad are arranging to meet for a noonday meal each weekend in Missoula under the disguise of a different name. But what happens when their true identities are revealed? When half-truths are exposed? Could God have a plan even in the midst of a tangled web of lies? This was a pretty funny book. These two characters actually live right beside each other. Their ranches are, and they don't get along even though they've never met. His cows keep coming across her flowers and ruining them, and she kind of hates his guts. And then they meet, and she conceals who she is because she's a wealthy widow, and she's so used to men pursuing her because of her wealth. And he leaves off his last name and conceals his identity because the reverse is true for him. He's wealthy, and he's weary of women pursuing him for his wealth. So these two keep meeting in Missoula, about at least an hour away from where they actually live. And you know at some point the truth is going to come out. You just assume they don't finally get tired of the lie and tell each other. But it comes out somehow, you know it's going to happen. And it's kind of entertaining waiting for that point to happen. And there's a lot of biblical truth in this book, too. I mean, obviously, these two are lying to each other about who they are. And she's not really a Christian at the beginning of the book, but he is. And then even when she gets straightened out spiritually, there she is still lying to him. But it was an excellent read. It didn't just amuse and entertain, but it did have some truths in there, especially about telling the truth. So I highly recommend it. It's set in a little different time period than most of hers are. She writes contemporary and historical. And I was kind of surprised when I started reading this and it mentioned an automobile, because most of her historic novels are set before automobiles. This one is set in 1911. So I highly recommend it. The title, again, is Love in Disguise by Penny Zeller. You can find out more about her. I put her website information at the end of the video. And check out my blog where I do longer book reviews if you so desire. Thoughts of a Sojourner blogspot. And watch for my next one. I will continue doing these periodically, especially if I get any good at them. Thank you for watching. Thank you.